Hello, dreamers, and welcome back to Dream Queen by Perla. As always, guys, thank you for your love and support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. And if you haven't done so, I encourage you to do so. It helps with growing the channel, getting the video out there for more people, as well as keeping me accountable. For personal readings, all that information can be found down below in the description. I've been yawning through most of these videos today. I don't feel tired. I don't feel sleepy. For some reason, that's the energy for today. Pisces, this is your weekly reading, and remember, guys, these are general readings, so only take whatever applies. Ooh. You have a very the energy for you guys this week is this unique way of thinking, or this different way, this perspective that you have when it comes to looking at life, when it comes to a situation. It may have been something that you were probably made fun of when you were younger, or you may have felt like nobody, like you couldn't relate to anybody, let's put it this way. And you're finally connecting with people that are not only resonating with you and that are similar with you in the way of this perspective and whatever it is, whether this is in science and about relationships, spirituality, whatever it is. But you're actually this is almost kind of like setting you up to be in a position of leadership in some way. There is like, it's almost kind of like you're and I don't know why I want to say it like this. It's like what you thought was your biggest curse is your biggest blessing, whatever that is for you. Like for example, let's say when I was first diagnosed with narcolepsy, I was fairly young. I was late 20s, and I'm still not that old, but it makes me sound more mature right now. Let me stop. And I felt like I was being punished for something. Because I had a career that I loved. I had the life I wanted, to be honest with you. Well, I thought I wanted. And I have had narcolepsy. It depends who you talk to. One doctor believes I was born like that. Another doctor says I had it before I was a year old. So I basically went my entire life from a year, like, 9 months or whatever, to older without being diagnosed, and pushing myself and challenging myself, believing that everybody worked as hard as I did, that everybody felt the way that I felt. So when I was diagnosed, I really shut down, because it to me, I just couldn't understand how I could go my entire life living with something that nobody caught on to. And I also felt like I was being punished for whatever the reason. And it turned out to be not so much the diagnosis, not so much the narcolepsy, but actually getting diagnosed when I did turned out to be the biggest blessing, because it rerouted me back to something that I have been called to do for years, and I had dabbled into it on and off, but I always pulled away from, which is this, right? I did it professionally when I was like about 19 or 20. Wait, how old was he? I was like 21 years old, and I was doing readings, but I was hosting just parties. It's a wild time. It was fun. But there was always kind of like this back and forth, right? And even while I was working in my career, I always had this pull back to getting back into readings and getting back into all the other things that I do. But I always used my job as an excuse, right? And then it was like, oh, that's the excuse? Don't worry about it. Boom, gone. But then with that, a lot of other things went, right? And that's kind of like what you're being asked to see. There's something that you see as a punishment or you see as a curse, but in reality, it is your biggest blessing. If you allow yourself to see clearly through the situation or what it is that that situation is to bring to your life, it can change your life if you allow it to. And it can change your life in the way that it's meant to, not the way that you're perceiving it at this time. And I know that when we go through something traumatic or we go through something like a significant hardship, it's very hard at that moment to look at it and be like, okay, where is this going to lead? But dwelling and feeling like something is a punishment and things like that is not helping you at all. Maybe coming to terms that it is what it is at this moment in time, and allow yourself to be open for clarity as to why this specific thing is occurring. So let's go ahead and let's pull out a love energy card. The love energy card can be in regards to any type of relationship, romantic, platonic, spirituality with yourself, passion, desires. For you guys, we have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And when I see this energy with what we just finished talking about, Pisces, it's like, stay optimistic, have faith that everything does happen for a reason. A lot of the times we want to know the reason now, and sometimes you're not ready to know the reason behind something at that moment in time. So allow yourself to hold on to your faith and continue on fighting every day, however that is for you, right? However it is you fight on a daily basis, and don't give up. Because again, whatever this situation, this hardship is for you, it is going to be your biggest blessing. Whether this is going to become your testimonial in the future, or whether this is what is going to ignite you into finally taking that first step towards your path, towards your purpose. So let's go ahead and let's pull out an oracle card. Okay, for your closing message. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? If you had the reason, if you had the why, if spirit were to come and show you exactly where you're going to be a year from now, will you still be looking at your hardship or your situation the same way? Or would you allow yourself to have faith and to move forward, regardless of how hard it is? And I feel that for a lot of you, it's like, sometimes you just have to walk in faith. Sometimes you just have, every single step that you take has to be in faith. Because not everything is shown to you. Not everything is revealed to you. Because otherwise, where's the fun in that? I mean, you need some excitement in your life. No, let me stop. But no, honestly, guys, I can't say that I understand, because I don't know what you guys are going through. But personally, I can relate in the sense that I had something that I felt, again, was meant to destroy me, was meant to literally, like, take me out. And it ended up being the biggest blessing in disguise, even though it took me a little longer to realize that. So don't be a Perla in this situation. Alrighty, guys. That is all I have. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Love you all. Mwah. Bye-bye.